Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button right now and turn on your notification bell so you never miss any breaking news. And for my loyal subscribers, you already know what to do. Smash that like button and let us dive straight into this hot gist that has everyone talking across Nigeria. So yesterday, something major happened that has shaken the entire security situation in Nigeria. And trust me, this story has so many layers that you need to hear everything. The Nigerian Army, specifically the elite troops from Operation Whirl Stroke, just arrested one of the most dangerous criminals terrorizing the Benue and Taraba border areas. We are talking about a man who has been on the wanted list for years, someone who has caused so much pain and suffering to innocent Nigerians just trying to go about their daily lives. His name is Fidelis Gayama. And before you think this is just another random criminal being arrested, let me tell you why this man is different. Gayama is not your everyday troublemaker. This guy is what security experts call a high-value target, which basically means he is one of the big bosses in the criminal underworld. He has been running a sophisticated network of kidnappers and armed robbers that have been terrorizing travelers along the Kente-Wukari Road and the surrounding communities for a very long time. Now, here is where it gets really interesting. The military did not just stumble upon this man by accident. This was a carefully planned, intelligence-driven operation that took place in Vase community in Ukum local government area of Benue State. When I say intelligence-driven, I mean our security forces did their homework properly. They gathered information, they tracked movements, they connected the dots, and then they struck at exactly the right moment. This is the kind of professional work we have been praying to see from our security agencies, and honestly, big shout out to the troops of the 6th Brigade Nigerian Army and everyone involved in this operation. Before we continue with this gist, if you are enjoying this breakdown and you want more detailed news analysis like this, please take 2 seconds to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and allows me to bring you more quality content. Now, let us get back to the story because it gets even more interesting. So, Gayama was not working alone. According to the information gathered by security agencies, this man has very close ties to another notorious criminal that many of you have probably heard about, a guy known as Aka Dogo. For those who do not know, Aka Dogo is another major player in the criminal networks operating in that region, and the fact that Gayama is connected to him tells you just how deep these criminal organizations run. We are not talking about small-time criminals here. These are organized networks with structures, with hierarchies, with communication systems, almost like corporations except they deal in kidnapping, robbery, and violence. The Nigeria Police Force at Vase Outpost confirmed that Gayama was among the individuals they had declared wanted, and the Beji Police Division had been looking for this man for quite some time. Right now, he is in military custody, and very soon he will be handed over to the appropriate authorities for proper investigation and prosecution. Brigadier General Kingsley Chidiberi Uwa, who is the commander of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army, has already commended his troops for the excellent work they did, and honestly, they deserve all the praise because operations like this are not easy at all. Now, you might be wondering why this particular arrest is making so much noise online and why everyone is talking about it. Let me explain something to you. The Benue and Taraba border region has become one of the most dangerous places in Nigeria's middle belt over the past few years. Farmers cannot go to their farms without fear. Traders cannot travel to markets without looking over their shoulders. Families have been torn apart by kidnappings. Communities have been destroyed by constant attacks. This is the harsh reality that people in that region have been living with, and it has been absolutely heartbreaking. These criminal gangs are not just random troublemakers. They operate with scary levels of organization and sophistication. They have spies in communities who give them information. They know when people are traveling. They know who has money. They plan their attacks carefully. They communicate using modern technology. In many ways, they function like terrorist organizations, and this is why security experts have been calling for more strategic approaches to dealing with them rather than just random operations here and there. When you arrest someone like Gayama, who is believed to be a ringleader with connections to other major criminals, you are not just taking one person off the streets. You are disrupting an entire ecosystem. Think about it like this. Imagine a spider web with the spider at the center. When you remove that spider, the entire web begins to fall apart. Communication breaks down, plans get disrupted, the people who depended on that leader for direction suddenly don't know what to do next. This creates confusion and weakness within the criminal network, and that is exactly what our security forces need to capitalize on right now. And if you are still watching, please do me a favor and drop a comment below telling me which state you are watching from. I love knowing where my viewers are located, and it helps me understand what kind of content you want to see more of. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button now. Now, here is where this story takes a very interesting and somewhat controversial turn, and this is the part that has social media buzzing with different opinions. You see, there is a very prominent Islamic cleric from Kaduna called Sheikh Gumi, and this man has been at the center of heated debates about how Nigeria should handle the banditry crisis. While I could not find his specific reaction to this particular arrest, Sheikh Gumi has been very vocal throughout this year about his belief that the government should pursue dialogue and amnesty programs for bandits instead of relying only on military force. Let me break down his position for you so you can understand where he is coming from, even if you might not agree with it. Sheikh Gumi has actually visited bandit camps in the forests, sometimes with government officials and security personnel, to preach to these criminals and encourage them to drop their weapons. He has claimed publicly that he has successfully convinced over 600 bandits to surrender and give up their life of crime. His argument is that many of these bandits were not born criminals. According to him, they turned to crime because of poverty, because they felt marginalized by society, because the government neglected their communities and left them with no opportunities for education or employment.